drop your phone while I'm talking. I said, drop your phone.
She's talking to her father.
I said, drop your phone now. I'm talking. You call him, but nobody's arresting you.
Following the outrage generated by the video showing a senator of the Federal Republic, Elijah Abu, assaulting a woman in a sex toy shop in Abuja, the Inspector General Police, Mohammed Adamu, has ordered the arrest of the senator and his orderly by an investigative team set up by the Force Headquarters in Abuja. The investigations are currently going at the Federal Capital Territory Police Command into the alleged attack on a sales girl by a serving senator in Abuja. The news of the attack went viral after a video recorded by the closed-circuit television CCTV installed in the shop was shared on the social media, an act which is said to have embarrassed the police authority. The police force says they are doing everything within their power to restore dignity of the force following the conduct of the police orderly attached to the senator. According to the police source, the incident actually happened in a sex toy shop in Abuja where the senator has gone to make purchase. The video, which has been circulating on the internet, shows an angry senator beat up the sales girl and order his police orderly to take her away. President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawa, has read a letter from the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) and the opposition party, People Democratic Party, announcing the names of the principal officers of the 9th Senate. During the Tuesday plenary, after the 2 weeks recess, Lawan announced the name of Senator Yahya Abdullahi, APC Kebbi, as the majority leader of the Senate. The deputy leader is the Senator Robert Borofet, APC Ondo. Chief Whip is Senator Oji Uzokalu, APC Abia, and Senator Sabi Ali Abdullahi, APC Niger, as Deputy Majority Whip.
National Chairman, All Progressives Congress, Dr. Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, Senate President, submission of the list of principal officers of the Senate by the National Working Committee. Your Excellency, I convey to you on behalf of our great party our compliments and wish to forward here under a broad consensus that has been reached by the party with regards to the principal officers of the Senate. After extensive consultations with leadership of the party, and taking several factors into consideration, we arrived at a conclusion which I respectfully submit as the consensus reached in respect of the remaining principal officers of the Senate, which are as follows. Senate Leader, Abdullahi Abubakar Yahya. Deputy Senate Leader, Borofes Robert Ajayi. Chief Whip, Dr. Oji Uzo Kalu, and Deputy Chief Whip, Abdullahi Aliu Sabi. Mr. Senate President, please convey to our distinguished APC senators the renewed assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, Comrade Adams Aliu Oshomole, National Chairman.
The Senate President has also announced Senator Enaya Baribe, PDP, Abia South, as Minority Leader, Senator Emmanuel Boucher, PDP Taraba South, as Deputy Minority Leader, Senator Philip Aduda, PDP FCT, and Senator Shahabi Yao, PDP Zamfara North, as Deputy Minority Whip.
Letter from People's Democratic Party, President of the Senate, Minority Leadership of the 9th Senate. In accordance with the extant laws, Senate rules, conventions, and general legislative practices worldwide, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, after wide consultations with the Senate caucus, the party leadership from the geopolitical zones, and the National Working Committee, hereby forward the names of duly agreed and approved Senate Minority Leadership as follows. Senate Minority Leader, Senator Abarebe. Deputy Senate Minority Leader, Senator Emmanuel Boacha. Senate Minority Whip, Senator Philip Aduda. And Deputy Senate Minority Whip, Senator Sahabiau. The party wishes to use this opportunity to again congratulate you on your election as the President of the 9th Senate. We are also looking forward to a robust Senate that truly represents the aspirations and general concerns of the Nigerian people. While counting on the confidence of the Senate and your good self, kindly accept the assurances of our highest regards and esteemed consideration. Signed, Prince Uche Secondus, Senator Umaru National Chairman, Senator Umaru Ibrahim Sauri, CON, National Secretary.
The distinguished membership of the Senate. Never in my life have I ever expected or even dreamt of coming this far. So I regard my selection as a leader of this distinguished Senate as a lifetime achievement. And I thank Mr. President, my party, and all my colleagues for this very, very honor, high honor that has been done to me. And I pledge that I will not disappoint you. My own responsibility is to provide a creditable leadership that unites the entire Senate. As Mr. President has always said, once we all come into this chamber, we are senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, irrespective of the parties that sponsored our election. I pledge to you that I will be a unifier, not a divider, and I will try as much as is humanly possible to engage with all my colleagues, irrespective of what side of the aisle they find themselves, so that we will find common problems to the challenges that face Nigerians.
I am the minority leader. I want to first of all thank my party, and then I want to thank each and every of our colleagues here for bringing us to this point. I agree with the Senate Majority Leader that when we step beyond those doors, we don't see ourselves as PDP or APC or YPP. We see ourselves first as Nigerians. We see ourselves first as statesmen who have the rare privilege of being brought here to help to solve the problems of Nigeria. In that wise, let me make, sir, and to my distinguished colleagues, a plea. At any time that we step here, we have three duties. The first duty is to ourselves, being very privileged to be elected to represent our constituencies. The second duty is to Nigeria, which means that at any point anything comes up on this floor, we must at all times put Nigeria first. And thirdly, and finally, the third duty we have is a duty to God that has made this place the country for each and every one of us. And if we can do that, then I do not think that there is any problem that we cannot resolve on this floor.
The president of the Senate also set up another committee on legislative agenda to come up with a legislative agenda for the Senate in the next 2 weeks. The committee is chaired by Senator Adamu Aliero, APC, Kebbi Central.
Ad hoc Committee on Legislative Agenda of the Senate. The committee consists of the following distinguished senators to serve: Senator Muhammad Adamu Aliero, Chairman; Senator Jibrim Ibrahim Barrow, Member; Senator Abdul Fattah Buhari, Member; Senator Olubimi Ayodeje Adetumbi, Member; Senator Chumaroke Ogbonia Namani, Member; Senator Uche Lilian Okunefe, Member; Senator ID Giang, Member; Senator Sadiq Suleiman Umar, Member; Senator Aishatu Ahmed Dahiru Binani, Member; Senator Dauda Halluri Jika, Member; Senator Geshem Henry Basi, Member; Senator Bio Barakuma Degi, Member; and Senator Ifanyi Patrick Uba, Member. The committee has 2 weeks to fashion out a legislative agenda for the 9th Senate. We wish them the best of luck.
Other members of the committee are Senator Barau Jubrin Kano, Senator Abdul Fattah Buhari Oyo, Senator Olubumi Adetumbi, Senator Isimaroke Namani, Uche Ekwenefe, Basi Apan, and others.
Discover the tangible magic of our hospitality that is all about you. The Wells Curtain Hotel and Apartments is a surely fantasy-like journey into a glamorous world of pure luxury and gratifying indulgence. The Wells Curtain Hotel and Luxury Apartments offers guests a perfect blend of relaxation, business, and pleasure, delicately infused to meet the highest international standards. It's first-class service at its finest. Our commitment to exceed your expectations means impeccable attention to detail, courtesy, and a genuine care for your every need. Located at number 8 Gadonasco Street, off Jose Martin at Sokoru, Abuja, Nigeria. You can call us on +234 908 7561 269 or visit our website at wellscurtain.com. Upgrade your stay at the Wells Curtain Hotel and Luxury Apartments, an experience guaranteed to leave you breathless with longing.
Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has opposed the federal government proposal to establish rural settlement across the nation for herdsmen. Speaking in Lagos at the launch of United Nations Solution 17 SDG program, Soyinka berated the federal government for the idea, which he said can cause Nigeria to explode. According to him, Ruga is going to be an explosion if not handled with care. But why do we not take our policies from good model? This is not the way people and country deal with the issue of cattle. According to his quote, I travel everywhere. It has to be handled in a way that is logical, comprehensive to the environment. When a cattle walks up to the window of my house in Abeokuta, a house which is located in a residential area, then there's a problem. When a cattle goes to Ijebu-Ode and eat up their plant seedling and so on, and you expect people to be quiet. He stated the handling of the herdsmen issue by President Muhammadu Buhari was enough to make him lose his re-election. The President Buhari deserved to have lost the last election for the lackadaisical attitude he took on the issue of cattle rearing in the country. According to him, people have been killed in hundreds just because of the failure of the leadership at a critical time, and the cattle herders have been given a sense of impunity. Following recent incident of arrest of Nigerians by authorities in Saudi Arabia and other countries, Nigerian Senate has stressed the need to strengthen security network at airports in the country. To this end, the Senate has mandated the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria (FAN) to ensure installation and usage of effective CCTV cameras and other security systems to forestall illegality and illicit activity. While debating the motion raised by Senator Ibrahim Oloriegbe, Kwara Central, the lawmaker who agreed that aviation security personnel have become lax in their duty also faulted influential citizens whose action may be aiding the prevailing security situation.
The Senate should further be informed there are several other incidents of arrest of innocent Nigerian citizens by Saudi government and other countries on similar allegations of drug trafficking. The Senate should be worried that these innocent citizens are just victims of circumstances, as many of these distasteful situations will have been curtailed for security lapses at our airports, inflated by drug syndicates with easy access to plant illicit drugs or innocent travelers on their belongings without their knowledge. The Senate should appreciate that Senator Zainab Aliyu and 2 other Nigerian citizens were saved from execution by the Saudi government due to the prompt intervention of the Nigerian government after investigation proved they had no knowledge of the drugs in their luggage.
Before now, we hear about incidences of maybe our luggages being looted or maybe being tampered with. But when some people, whether they call themselves mafia or whatever, in whichever name they are, when they know that the implication of what they are doing will cause the life of innocent citizen, I think that is the height of man in humanity to man. Secondly, Mr. President, we may look at it as it is maybe somebody from Zamfara or from Kano or from Ogun State that this is happening to. Tomorrow it can be any of us. And beyond all of this, whoever is doing this, they are demarketing our nation.
And if that be the case, what effort have we made to trace back to the day this happened and who was on duty and who was in charge? And if people are made to take responsibility, it will serve as a deterrent for further actions. You may blame camera, but even if you put the best of the camera on earth, it requires a human being who is willing to take responsibility to manage the camera. I said this because the ugly situation we find ourselves now, we must act quickly to address it. It's not only in FAN. You hear a lot of insecurities and bloodletting everywhere, but leaders are refusing to take responsibility. Why I say this, and I would suggest, Mr. President of Senate, that the federal government hasn't been commended on their effort to rescue the people concerned or bringing them back home. I think there's need for them to move a step more to find out what happened. The wise action to be taken would have been to find out who was the manager on duty on that day and who are the officers on duty and make them to take responsibility. When this is done, next time, an officer in charge, be it a governor, be it a senator, be it who, must ensure that the proper job is done only to protect himself and his job.
Why we are discussing this motion as it relates to the issues of security at the port of entrance, we as VIP must begin to lead by example. Let us begin to check ourselves, because if we go elsewhere, as far as security issues are concerned, there are no exceptions. And so for me, why I support all the amendment as proposed here by different speakers as it relates to ports, whether railway, we must, as VIP, check ourselves while we are at the airport. Let us begin to show these people that the law, we are not above the law. And so the security agencies also will begin to curtail what the leaders are doing. Otherwise, we'll continue to have this problem, because when you go, especially pilgrimage, whether it is Christian or the Muslim one, what happened there is rather appalling, Mr. President. People will make phone calls say this one is my relative, don't let them just pass through. And most of these security people, because calls are coming from us, they avail those opportunities. And then when something happens, you go back to blame the same people. So, Mr. President, while I support the motion, I want to state that we as VIP must also lead by example.
For the Senate President, there's need for regulatory bodies in the aviation sector to hold duty personnel accountable for all irregularity on their watch to deter future occurrences.
Let me say that I had the opportunity to travel to Saudi Arabia about 2.5 weeks ago for the Lesser Hajj. And during my trip, I was able to engage our people, the embassy personnel in Saudi Arabia, and we held discussions on what happened when Zainab Aliyu and the other person from Zamfara Al-Ramma were arrested. The story was very pitiful, and I decided that we must take every possible action to ensure that those responsible for planting in those illicit drugs in their bags were prosecuted.